Happy Friday, Forsyth County. It's Beverly Adams, your A&R Program Assistant for the UGA Extension Office here in Forsyth County with my pest of the week, kudzu bug. What is a kudzu bug? A kudzu bug is a 4 to 6 millimeter long, somewhat oblong in shape and olive green colored bug with brown speckles. They are true bugs because they do have piercing, sucking mouth parts. Aside from kudzu, they're known to feed on a wide variety of legumes, such as soybeans and other species, as well as wisteria and some vetches. They have several generations per year. In the spring, they feed extensively in kudzu patches and on other legume hosts. In July to August, they'll move into soybeans where they feed on stems and foliage and can have a significant impact on crop yields. The bugs continue to feed and lay eggs into the fall on kudzu, the late planted soybeans, and other hosts. As these host plants start to decline along with temperatures and day length, the kudzu bugs seek out sheltered areas where they can pass for the winter, such as under bark or rocks or in leaf litter. They're most common along the edges of kudzu patches and soybean fields and in areas near residential areas. We can expect to see them invade homes, similar to the behavior of another nuisance pest, the Asian lady beetle. The bugs often congregate on light-colored surfaces such as siding or fascia boards. They will then move under the siding or into gaps around doors and windows or through penetrations such as around air conditioning and water pipes. The following spring, the bugs become active again and begin moving onto kudzu and other early season host plants, particularly wisteria. Those bugs that have overwintered inside the home may end up inside the home interior instead of heading outside to food sources. Outdoors, they may also land on siding and deposit their eggs on non-plant surfaces such as brick, vinyl, and other siding materials. To the right, you will see an up-close photo of the top and the underside of a kudzu bug, and then on the bottom, that is some kudzu bug nymphs and eggs. Control of the kudzu bug. Because the kudzu bugs, they do pose a problem for residences in both the spring and the fall, in late summer and into October. Homes near soybean fields or patches of kudzu are more likely to be invaded by the kudzu bug. However, they are strong flyers and they readily move from other overwintering areas. Similarly, the following spring will bring activity as the bugs respond to warming temperatures and look for food sources such as wisteria and kudzu. Although most common household insecticides will kill the bugs on direct contact, control of the kudzu bug by treating the exterior of homes is unlikely to succeed for several reasons. First, most people do not have the proper equipment to apply an insecticide to areas high up on their homes where the bugs may congregate. And second, because the insects are actively feeding even in the fall, their movement to or from these plantings may take place over several weeks, which means several applications may need to be made to try to reduce their numbers. Common home use products contain pyrethroid insecticides such as permethrin, bifenthrin, or lambda cyhalothrin. You'll want to look on the label at the active ingredients, and the chemical name likely ends in thrin. There are wettable powder formulations of the pesticides that you mix with water, and they may produce better results, although they still probably won't prevent the bugs from entering your homes. But these products require mixing it in a sprayer, and many people prefer ready-to-use products. If you use a wettable powder, remember to shake the sprayer periodically so the chemical doesn't settle out. Also, wettable powders may leave a whitish film on the treated surface, which would be unwanted in very conspicuous areas. When using insecticides, always read and follow the directions for use on the product label. Some important safety tips are to be careful when spraying overhead because the chemicals will likely drop down on you and on objects around you. Wear protective clothing and equipment like gloves, goggles, hat, etc. to keep insecticide off your skin, hair, and eyes. Always spray downwind relative to where you're standing, and be sure to remove or cover objects such as outdoor chairs, grills, swimming and decorative pools, and children's toys before you spray. Read the pesticide labels carefully because many of the common products no longer allow for broadcast exterior treatments where pesticides are more likely to be washed off by rain and they could run off into the storm drains. Be careful when spraying near ponds or other bodies of water and near hard surfaces such as sidewalks or driveways where the chemical is more likely to run into storm drains after heavy rainfall. If you look to the right, we do have some kudzu bugs that have infested, I believe that is a wisteria plant or tree. You can see how they all congregate together. Also, the bottom right picture, that is the eave of a house where they have congregated. You see the little black specks, those are, or the dark specks, those are kudzu bugs. So again, that is the kudzu bug, my pest of the week. I am Beverly Adams of the University of Georgia Forsyth County Extension Office. This is our contact information. This has our telephone number and our email address, as well as a link to our Facebook page and our website. If you have any questions that are agriculture related, please don't hesitate to contact us, whether it be identifying a problem with your plants. Maybe you found a bug in your home, you want to know what that is, we can help you with that, or a snake, spiders. Also, 4-H is part of Extension, so if your child would like to be involved in 4-H, please give us a call or contact us and we can get that stuff, the information for you about that. So thank you for joining me this week and watching my video. Next week I'll be back with, I believe it is my beneficial insect of the week. So you all have a great weekend.